Hey guys, my name is FierceDeityMahesh and welcome back. Let's play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. Now guys, in the last episode, we actually made our way towards the Gerudo's fortress as an adult and we actually got ourselves the Gerudo's membership card. Now guys, in this episode, we're actually about to go ahead and take on the next temple within the game and the final temple within Ocarina of Time. Now guys, the reason I'm over here and the reason I'm starting in a different area as compared to where I ended in the last episode is because there's actually the heart piece I was searching for from so long. It's actually over here in Gerudo's Valley. So I am so absent-minded, guys. I'm so sorry about that. So now, guys, we actually have to go ahead and make our way towards Lake Hylia, or rather towards Zora's River, to go ahead and get ourselves some. I'm pretty sure about one magic bean, so I'll go ahead and cut and see you guys when I actually make my way over there, because we will need it to actually get about one heart piece and I'm pretty sure like 2 Skulltulas in the Colossus, in the Desert Colossus. So I'll go ahead and cut and see you guys in just one sec. Alright guys, so here we are back in Zora's River. And guys, don't worry, I'm actually about to go ahead and start off this spirit temple pretty soon, but it's just because there are a few things which we can do to go ahead and save ourselves some time before we actually can go ahead and make our way towards the temple itself. It's not completely necessary as of now, but it's just a better option. And for those of you who couldn't really go ahead and tell, my voice is still not completely okay, I'm still not fine. And I'm just commentating because I love commentating and because it's just a very interesting thing to go ahead and do. And we will also need some bugs, so I'll make my way to okay, I'm gonna go and cut again. Actually, we may get bugs over here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so why am I actually making my way to Kakariko if I may get bugs here, right? Yeah, so let's actually go ahead and try to take out one of our bottles and see if we actually do get some bugs. Not the cuckoo. No, there isn't. Okay, let's go ahead and try to pick up this one as well. No. No, okay. I don't think these will be here, so I don't think it's worth the try, but no, it's not. Okay. So I'll actually cut and actually go ahead and see you guys back in Kakariko village, because that's where bugs are always present. So I'll go ahead and cut and see you guys in just one sec after I make my way to Kakariko graveyard. So guys, there you go, we are back in Kakariko graveyard, and I should admit, at this point it's like it's about to be dusk, so it's pretty beautiful, not to go ahead and lie. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some bugs, and there you go guys. So now we can actually go ahead and make our way back towards the Desert Colossus to go ahead and get a few Skulltulas. So, wait, what's the song again? There you go guys, we have gone ahead and played the Requiem of the Spirit, and now we can actually make our way towards the Desert Colossus and go ahead and do whatever we actually need to go ahead and do. So I will not be making my way back here as an adult right now, because we will have to take on the first part of the Spirit Temple as young Link. So why not just go ahead and just do the things we need to do here as young Link, and then just go ahead and get the things which we need to do as adult Link later on. So there will be a patch of soil somewhere over here. There you go. It's going to be over here, and as you can tell, we can actually go ahead and drop in our bugs over here and get ourselves our next Skulltula. And there you go guys, we've gone ahead and got ourselves our next Skulltula. So right now we have 92. How many more do we have? Oh yeah, okay guys, so now let me go ahead and actually plant the magic bean, because that's another thing which we will have to go ahead and do to get ourselves a heart piece and a Skulltula as adult Link. So guys, are you prepared? Let's go ahead and make our way inside the Spirit Temple and see what it has in store for us. So guys, welcome to the Spirit Temple, one of my favorite temples in the history of Ocarina of Time. This is my absolute favorite temple, and even its boss was in my top 5 bosses list. So here are actually some flying pots, and if we go ahead and make our way to this area, well, this area is pretty much like a huge block is present, which we can pull at this present moment, or rather push at this present moment. So here is an NPC, or rather not really an NPC. She's not important in the temple, so she doesn't really know us, and she's asking us what do we want. So the actual option is nothing really. Yes, so indeed we can do a favor for her. No, I don't. Yeah, so I actually pressed the wrong option. Well, actually, I was about to press that I hate Ganondorf, but she is actually, well, no, she's the chief of the Gerudos, whose name is Naburu, and she's pretty hard anyway. Sorry guys, but it's just something which always sticks out to me, like the entire race of these people, right? Well, except for Ganondorf, all of them, the ladies mainly, are like pretty hard. Yeah, so what kind of name is Link? Indeed, it's a pretty weird name, I know. And if you actually go ahead and insert your name as something else in the starting screen, she'll ask what sort of a name that name is. So it's pretty much something weird. Yeah. So if we go ahead and get ourselves an item called the Silver Gauntlets, and if we get them, we can actually go ahead and push heavy things. Now we can't even go ahead and use it right now because we are pretty much a small kid and we can't really go ahead and use things like that now. So she wants us to go ahead and get it and give it to her. So okay, so Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout, so that's something pretty bad, right guys? Yeah, that's pretty good. A big surprise, indeed we shall. So yeah, she just said she wants us to go inside the hole, and she'll do something great for us, which she never ends up doing. But I'm pretty sure that was intended to be a pretty sick joke. I'm trying to speak quietly because there are people in the same room as me, so yeah, and as you could tell guys, just look at that. I'm being way too perverted right now. But anyway, let's actually go ahead and make our way into this hole, not actually the hole which he meant. But let's actually go ahead and make our way into the first room of this temple as young Link. So as you guys could probably go ahead and tell, this temple has puzzles both as young Link and as adult Link, so it's a pretty cool mechanic, not about to go and lie. Now, here is a blade trap, oh god, not that way. Now, the main aim in this one room is that we actually are going to go ahead and kill off all the enemies. So, let's actually go ahead and kill off these two keys. And actually go ahead and drop a bomb here. Because there's actually an Armor Knight over here which is actually alive. There you go. Let's actually go ahead and witness him dying. It's pretty gruesome, but anyway guys, that actually opened up these two doors. So guys, now, oh come on, really, like, okay, so now guys, we can actually go ahead and make our way into this room, and be very careful here because you will actually meet yourself up with a Stalfos. Now, battling them as a kid takes a lot more hits and it's a lot more harder, but since Link is so short, it's pretty hard, or it's pretty easy to go ahead and actually go ahead and attack him, or attack the Stalfos. I don't know if it's a him or a he, or like a her, sorry, not a him or a he. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. You go ahead and try to hit this dude. Oh come on, really. And there's also a huge bubble here which can be pretty bad. Yeah, I actually wonder if we can go ahead and knock it down, which will be pretty good. We actually can. Okay, wow. I shouldn't even have wasted so much time in that case. Okay, guys, so here's a huge bubble which you actually want to go ahead and stun using your boomerang. That not really that way, but oh god. You go ahead and try to hit it. And go ahead and strike it using a slingshot, which will go ahead and hit it in just one go. Now, let's go ahead and strike this sort of switch with your boomerang, and there you go, guys. nice platform will go ahead and come to us, and if you open up this chest, you can actually go ahead and get yourself nothing very great, just like a blue rupee. And now guys, in the next room there will actually be a new enemy called the Anubis. So now this enemy is so weird, like it emits fire but it's weak to fire at the same time. So here we can actually go ahead and use Din's fire. I'm pretty sure it will go ahead and work this way. There you go, and we kill the Anubis. And the actual aim is to go ahead and stand there at this platform and go ahead and hit that using, or like hit this crystal switch using your slingshot to go ahead and get yourself the Anubis dead. So oh nice, pretty good, right guys? So good. Is this room okay? Fine, this room is still unlocked now, so sorry about that quick cut there. So here is actually a floor master, which you need to be pretty careful about. But here let's actually go ahead and wait. Go ahead and wait for it to go ahead and come down upon us. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm pretty sure it's one more who's gonna go do the job. There you go guys, we killed, oh wow, that's actually a lot of rupees. And we completed our full wallet capacity by that, so good job on us. Now guys, so here is actually another rupee which you actually can go ahead and collect. But guys, actually this specific area of the room has about 5 rupees, which are the silver rupees, so go ahead and collect them pretty judiciously and carefully. You sure this is the last one? No, this is not. Okay, there's one. Where's the last one? What? Alright then. Okay, there you go. I didn't even actually go ahead and see that, but here are guys some here are actually some keys which you can go ahead and kill, which you actually need to kill in the first place. But to shoot it. Oh come on. There you go. Is there any more? I'm sure I'm pretty sure they all are killed. Now guys, you can actually go ahead and use Din's fire over here to go ahead and get yourself a chest, and I'm pretty sure you can also go ahead and kill off the Skulltula in this case. And there you go. As you can tell, the Din's fire range, or its radius, is pretty good. Not about to go and lie. So guys, we got ourselves our next Skulltula. So right now we have exactly 93 Skulltulas, which is not bad. We are pretty much close to completing the entire Skulltula quest in this game. And to be honest guys, I think I've mentioned this I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but like after you get 50 Skulltulas, the rest are pretty much of no use, because once you get 100 you'll get yourself an infinite supply of, I'm pretty sure, 200 rupees, which is useful if you want to go ahead and buy pretty expensive items. But at the moment we are not up to such things, so I don't think we'll go ahead and require that. But for the sake of 100% completion, I will go ahead and do that. Now here guys, make your way into this room, and this room is pretty interesting. Now the reason I say that is because there are 3 Skulltulas, I'm pretty sure, or yeah, about 2, my bad. And there's also about 2 Skulltulas, sorry, and 1 Skulltula. So let's actually go ahead and kill it. There we go. One more hit will do the job, but unfortunately we can't get the Skulltula token until we actually go ahead and make our way to the top of this weird ladder area. Okay, so here if you go ahead and just get this, we got ourselves our 94th Skulltula guys. And the main reason why this room is so interesting is because this is the first and the only time in the game in which you actually go ahead and use bomb chews. So we actually do have some bomb chews, but if you're actually low on bomb chews, you can get yourself some chests which are actually over here. But actually speaking, I don't find the need for them at all. So let's actually go ahead and drop this bomb chew and see if it goes and blasts. There you go. It actually went and killed the Skulltula and opened up this door, or opened up this area. We should actually go ahead and shine light upon this weird creepy sun face, which will actually go ahead and open up the door. It looks so crippled, by the way. So Now guys, this is the only room in the game in which, or like in this temple in which you actually have to go and enter both as young Link and adult Link, but not at the same time, as you guys could probably go and tell. So here's actually a blue switch which you can actually go ahead and press down using the Almost Knight, and here is a certain chest which you can get, which is a big chest, which you can get either as young Link, as as young Link or as adult Link, but I personally feel getting things as fast as possible is the best way to do things. So let's actually go ahead and open up this chest and see what we get ourselves. As you can tell, it's a big chest and it's definitely a generic temple item, so it's indeed the dungeon map. So not very important, but anyway, we at least got it, and that's all that matters. So now guys, we can actually go ahead and make our way towards the top of this room, because we can't really do much in this room until we become adult Link. So let's forget about the room for now and actually make our way to this room here. And guys, here the designs and the letters, patterns, everything is so cool. But let's actually go ahead and make our way to this room and see what awaits us over here. Now this room is a pretty annoying room, so we have to be pretty well armed for this room, mainly because there are 3 BMOs and there are a lot of these puzzles which I can go ahead and do. Now I actually learned this very recently, but if you go ahead and target onto a BMOs, you can actually go ahead and use a bomb chew against them, which will actually go ahead and help you to kill them instantly, which is something very interesting which I learned from Awesome Face Prod, the YouTuber. So let's actually go ahead and there you go. We actually went ahead and killed all of the 3 BMOs, and now our aim is to collect the few silver rupees, or rather the 5 silver rupees. Well, like few can be considered as 5, so I don't know why I went ahead and corrected myself, but anyway, not a big deal. Let's actually go ahead and get ourselves. See, we can't make our way like this, can we? Oh, come on, really? Okay, so here is also another one of these sunblock puzzles, but it's going to be pretty simple. And to be honest guys, I don't know if you'll go ahead and believe me, but we're actually almost done with the child section of this temple, so we're actually doing very well, and I am pretty impressed at that. Now guys, I'm pretty sure we will be able to go and get this coin. There you go. Now we can go ahead and get ourselves this final coin, which will go ahead and light up this torch, and there are a total of about 3 torches in this room which we have to go ahead and light up, which could be a little tough if you're a little slow, but if you're moderately fast you will be able to do this pretty well. Let's actually go ahead and light up the first one and not fail. There you go, second one, and the third one I'm pretty sure is over here. There you go, we went ahead and lighted up all the 3 torches, which will go ahead and give us ourselves a chest which actually contains a small key. So that's pretty good, and that will help us to make our way towards the room that is after this room, or the room that is after the room is after this, essentially. That's pretty complicated, I know, but let's actually go ahead and do the final puzzle in this room before we can actually go ahead and take on the final small battle, which we'll go ahead and take on with a new enemy, after which we'll be able to go ahead and complete the whole young Link section of the temple. There you go. Now guys, we can actually go ahead and push this side now. So there you go. Now we can actually go ahead and pull this sunblock all the way towards where the light is shining. So yeah, now Link pulls blocks even as an adult, or like it's so slow. Like even as he pulls or pushes, like it's really slow. So I should admit it's pretty bad, and something which is very laggy and irritating. But as you can tell, the sun face creepily smiles. And that's pretty much it. And now we can actually go ahead and make our way towards this room. Now don't forget the Skulltula, which is actually on the back of this room, which is pretty easy to go ahead and forget. I actually, the first time or the second time I played this game, I forgot about the Skulltula, because it's not something which is easily noticeable unless you have earphones, and I actually muted the game because there were people in the same room in which I was, but I even hadn't played at that time, so I didn't even know about the Skulltula, and I got so confused like where I missed the Skulltula, but still I wasn't able to go ahead and get all the Skulltulas in the game because, as I always say, like I've never been actually able to get all the Skulltulas with Ocarina of Time except for this time, which I'm pretty sure I will get. So guys, here is a pretty fancy room and a pretty fancy enemy. Now, do yourself a favor and actually go ahead and take out your bombs and drop it here. Now guys, so this is actually an iron knuckle, which will come to life once you go ahead and attack it once. And these actually cause devastating damage, so let me go ahead and save for a second there. And these things attack pretty badly because it's pretty slow. There you go. We go ahead and try to... Yeah, so... and like also they do cause a lot of damage, as you could tell. So if you actually are pretty low on health, be sure to go ahead and actually make them break these pillars, as in just go ahead and stand behind these pillars, and you will be pretty much good to go, because these pillars actually go ahead and give you some pretty nice hearts. Now these things are pretty slow unless they reach their second phase. Okay, and we are actually dangerously close to death, so I should probably ask him to go ahead and break off this layer as well. Well, actually it's not a him, it's actually a she. If you go ahead and pay close attention, you will go ahead and know. Now this is on to the second phase of the battle, when he gets a little bit faster, but he dies more quickly because his like main armor is gone right now. Oh shit, that's pretty bad. Well, let's actually go ahead and try to attack. There you go, and we have killed him killed her successfully. And if you go ahead and glitch the camera angle, you can actually go ahead and find out that it's actually a girl and not a man indeed. So here is pretty much the end of this temple, and if you go ahead and make our way outside, we will actually be able to go ahead and see a pretty cool cutscene after we go ahead and speak to this idiot. Indeed we have. No, I do not, please. No, please, that's incredibly creepy. Don't do that, please. So guys, once we go ahead and open up this chest, we will actually go ahead and get ourselves the Silver Gauntlets. And after this is when the cutscene will actually go ahead and trigger, so you have to be pretty careful about that, because this cutscene is not something which is very pleasant, actually, to be honest. And we got ourselves the Silver Gauntlets, but these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you, so we promised to give them to Nabooru, and we should keep our word as a gentleman. So, as you can tell, there's actually a sand stream and a scream which goes ahead and takes place, or like which you can go ahead and hear. And Link doesn't know where it is from. And as he goes ahead and sees down. Yeah, so these are Gyarados minions, which are actually you using black magic against Nabooru, so we have to get out of here now. Yeah, exactly. So we have to actually go ahead and kill these two witches, or yeah, pretty much, who will go ahead and, or like by killing who we'll actually be able to go ahead and complete the temple and save Nabooru and make her the sage, as you guys couldn't already go ahead and tell. Okay, so now I'll actually go ahead and make my way towards the Temple of Time and actually go ahead and become an adult, because right now we can go ahead and take on the adult half of the section, or like the adult half of the temple, not the adult half of the section. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So guys, there you go. Let's actually go ahead and deposit the sword, or draw the sword out from its pedestal. I just said the opposite of what I needed to say. And guys, right now is when I will actually be getting myself the two Skulltulas, or actually not really two Skulltulas, because we can't obtain the second one now because it's in a different area of Gerudo Valley, so I will probably be getting that a little bit later on. But let's actually go ahead and make our way back towards the Desert Colossus. So yeah, and as you could tell guys, like we actually have the Silver Gauntlets right now. because we are pretty much well armed and we have the silver gauntlets because we are right now an adult, and since they won't fit a kid, it fits an adult. So that's pretty self-explanatory, but whatsoever. But not really whatsoever, but whatever. Who cares? And by that, guys, we've gone ahead and played the Requiem of Spirit once again. So let's actually go and walk back to the Desert Colossus and see what we can go and do in the temple area, and with the mainly with the magic bean which we planted there as a kid, which is going to be pretty useful because we'll be able to get ourselves a lot of items, to be honest. And we actually lost ourselves a lot of hearts, but it'll be healed now if we go and get the heart piece. So guys, now the first thing which you want to go ahead and do is you want to be pretty careful and actually land on this area, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't think this is the area. Okay, my bad. Let me go ahead and make our way back over there. Go ahead and make our way back over here. And see where we indeed need to be. So, I'm pretty sure it's over here. Okay, oh god. There you go. So, I'm pretty sure it's in night time, so we'll basically go ahead and play the sun song. If we actually go and respawn, I'll go ahead and restore the save state. The save state, rather. There you go. Okay, we are very, very close to the Skulltula. That is pretty creepy, but let's go and get ourselves our next Skulltula. We actually have only about, I'm pretty sure, like, how many more? About 4 more left, which is crazy to think about, guys. We're doing very, very well so far. And the next heart piece is over there on the weird ledge sort of thing, so let's actually go ahead and make our way. Come on, really, like, you already heard me way enough. Like, way too much enough. My, like, English is just getting, like, way too much out of hand. It's wow. Okay, so it's mainly because I'm just very, very, like, because of the cold, my speech becomes a lot worse. Both my vocabulary and my speech impediment becomes more. So let's actually go ahead and save here quickly and go ahead and just jump out of the sledge. There you go. We got ourselves our final heart piece with this entire game, guys. We are pretty much done with the heart pieces, and we are pretty much about to be done with the Skulltula as well. So pretty good on that. Not about to go and lie. So guys, now we can actually go ahead and make our way towards the adult side of the temple, and as you could tell right now, we are pretty much, like, very, very strong, and we can go ahead and push this block where it needs to be. Actually, I just stopped pushing the A button for some reason. But guys, we are pretty much into the adult section of this temple. So first of all, let me go ahead and take out my bomb shoes because I can go ahead and kill off this guy. Not that way, sorry. Go ahead and make my way over here and kill, come on, and kill this Beamos. We only have like 2 more bomb shoes left, but that's not a big deal because we don't really go ahead and use it much, like use it too much, guys. But here is a crystal switch, and as you could tell, this room is actually very similar to the room in which we came first as an adult, as a kid. So here is a Wolfos, so it's pretty weird because they gave us a Stylefos as a kid and Wolfos as an adult. So here is actually a Triforce symbol, so as you could tell, what you need to go ahead and do, actually some arrows which we don't really go ahead and require, but let's actually go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby, which will actually go ahead and spawn a chest which will give us the next generic temple item, which is the Dungeon Compass. And guys, though we got ourselves the Silver Gauntlets, that's actually not the only temple item in this temple, which is pretty cool because there are actually 2 temple items. One is Young Link, which we can get, and one is Adult Link, though pretty much both of the items are for Adult Link because you won't really go ahead and do much like as Young Link anymore. So guys, like, the whole vibe this temple exudes is just like so amazing, and I love this temple like to death. Okay, but the beam was returned, so nice, right guys? But let's actually let's actually go ahead and make our way to this room, and for this room I will actually go ahead and require my hover boots, mainly because there is a coin which you can go and collect. This is pretty much another coin puzzles. So let's actually go ahead and unequip our hover boots now to go ahead and make it a little bit more easier for us. And as you can tell, you can probably go ahead and hear the scratching of a Skulltula, which means we are pretty close to where a Skulltula actually is. So let's actually go ahead and play the Song of Time. And if you go ahead and play the Song of Time, we can actually go ahead and remove the Song of Time block, which will actually enable us to make our way into this area without getting hit. So guys, we can actually go ahead and get ourselves our next golden Skulltula, by which we will get ourselves 97, I'm pretty sure. There you go, pretty good. Okay, wow, that is perfect, right guys? Let me go ahead and make our way over here and collect the next golden, or the next silver rupee. And here you have to actually go ahead and play the Song of Time once again. So I should have actually collected this silver rupee first, and then actually made my way towards. Actually, there you go. That's where the final silver rupee is. Oh wow, which will actually enable us to go ahead and make our way into this room. Now, guys, be very careful about this room, mainly because, as you can tell, there's actually a like over there, which is pretty sad and bad. But just one hit with the Goron sword will go ahead and crush it to bits, but it's pretty lonely inside this one room because it can't open doors. And we got ourselves a small key to open the central door in this entire area. So now guys, we can actually go ahead and make our way to this area and hook our way up here to go ahead and skip all of the nonsense because, okay, not there. Go ahead and make our way up here. And we'll actually be able to pass through all of the blocks once we actually go ahead and use the hook shot, which is really cool and pretty glitchy at the same time. Okay, but now we can actually go ahead and make our way to this room where there's again a like. Let's go ahead and pretend like it is not there at all. Let's go ahead and make our way over here because nobody likes likes, as you guys could probably go ahead and tell. But my voice is getting pretty raspy and irritating right now, so let's actually go ahead and pause for a sec. Okay, so right now we actually have to go ahead and take out a lens of truth, mainly because there's actually a wall master just right over here. Oh god. Go ahead and kill it this way. Okay, this is getting pretty bad right now. Oh, are you serious right now? Really? There you go, let's actually go ahead and kill it this time around. Let's go and actually take out. Don't you dare spawn into a new one. There you go, we actually went ahead and killed both of these now. And get ourselves the magic meter now, and actually go ahead and now. So this is a pretty cool puzzle, mainly because we have to shine light upon the correct sun face. And I really like the design of this nice serpent statue. And guys, this is not the correct one. The second one is not the correct one either, but the third one is actually the correct one. And okay, not that way. Let's go ahead and push it one more time. There you go. And guys, this opens the next door, so that's pretty good on our part. Now guys, open up this chest, but don't open up the next chest because it'll actually go ahead and have some. I like to call that dry ice because it's pretty much ice in a chest which can go ahead and freeze you. Now don't deal with this one Armos because it's actually a fake one and it is actually live. So don't deal with that whatsoever. It's going to be pretty bad and it's going to be pretty tedious and very hard to go ahead and escape. So guys, now what we actually want to go ahead and do is that we actually want to go ahead and equip our hover boots and say, because I'm pretty sure we can actually go ahead and make our way towards the opposite. There you go, we can actually go ahead and make our way towards the opposite area. And here is another rusted switch. And what do we do once we go ahead and see rusted switches? Not the hook shot, actually not really like the long shot. We actually go ahead and use the Megaton hammer to go ahead and actually crush the living hell out of the switch. So that opens up that door on the other side. So guys, we actually have to go ahead and now, actually we could possibly use our hover boots, it could help a lot. We go ahead and make our way towards this area and go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby. So guys, there you go, we've gone ahead and played Zelda's Lullaby, and that, as you could probably tell, will go ahead and spawn a chest on the opposite side, which is pretty cool. Okay, never mind, like essentially if you go ahead and hook your way onto that part, it'll go ahead and make it pretty easy for you to go ahead and hook your way onto that area. So let's actually go ahead and try to hook onto this chest. If I don't get it properly, I'll go ahead and cut and actually, yeah, let me go and make my way a little bit more closer so that it's a little bit more easy for the hook shot to go ahead and actually hook onto the chest on the other side. If you can't, it's fine. Actually, I'll go ahead and actually cut and see you guys right over there on the topmost layer. So I'll see you guys in just one sec. Okay, so actually here we are, and actually before we make our way towards the chest, here's another Skulltula which we can go and spawn. So let's actually go ahead and play this character a song. I can't go ahead and speak at all today. Screaming so hard, but let's actually go ahead and hook our way onto here, and let's actually go ahead and get ourselves our next Skulltula. So there you go, guys, we have gone ahead and got ourselves our next Skulltula, and this is going to be the chest area. Not that chest. Let's actually go ahead and make our way over here and open up this chest to get ourselves a small key. So there you go, guys, we have gone ahead and opened up that area, and let's actually go ahead and try to do that another time, because it could work this time around because we are in a different location. So this is pretty weird. As you could tell, well, it's not really there, it's a little bit above, I guess. Oh god, this is getting pretty tough. There you go. Exactly, there you go. And you actually get hurt. I've never experienced that in the past, but you actually get hurt from those. It's so weird. Okay, let's actually go ahead and hook our way onto this hookshot target, and then let's actually go ahead and remove off our hover boots, because it's pretty annoying to go ahead and walk with them on. But actually speaking, before we make our way over there, I'm very sorry, but there's a room over here which we actually unlocked. Now guys, this is not really very necessary if you're on an emulator, but this is pretty much a huge shortcut which you can go ahead and unlock. So if you go ahead and actually push down this one block over here and push this thing down as well, and I'm just showing this off for those of you who actually want to go ahead and take a break and been playing like me, like normally, but right now because I'm recording, I didn't go ahead and take a break. So actually, if you go ahead and hit this switch using your Megatron hammer, you can essentially go ahead and make this thing go ahead and keep moving up and down. So that's something you can go ahead and use to your advantage. And if you're actually about to go ahead and save at any point of the temple, go ahead and save right here, because it's going to be pretty helpful that way. So now we can actually go ahead and hook our way back to where we previously were, which is over here. And let's actually go ahead and make our way towards the room on the top side. Now guys, I'm really sorry if this video gets really long, but I'm just trying to go ahead and complete this temple as quickly as I can, so you guys will not go ahead and have a hard time. So here is a room with a beamos. Just go ahead and ignore it and make your way towards this room where there are again 3 Anubises. Just go ahead and hit each one with your fire arrows, because we have actually never used our fire arrows, but they're incredibly useful and versatile. So let's actually go ahead and hit this one. There you go. So guys, let's go ahead and kill that as well as the beamos. I'm pretty sure you'll go ahead and be able to actually make your way towards the next room. Let's actually go ahead and make our way and see how far it actually goes and hits the beamos. Okay, I guess I have to make my way a little bit more carefully there. There you go. Go ahead and hit it. There you go. We actually lost all of our bomb juice, but that's not a problem whatsoever. So let's actually go ahead and try to not fall, of course, and make our way towards the other opposite side. That's why I actually had a save state. Thank you very much. Let's actually go ahead and make our way back over here. Okay, this is getting pretty bad right now. Let's actually go ahead and try to... There you go. Okay guys, so that actually also gives me a chance to go ahead and show off something. Now don't worry about this one switch, because it'll just go ahead and form a ring of fire which could possibly go ahead and kill off the Anubises, so don't bother about that too much. Now guys, you actually want to go ahead and do something a little bit tricky here, but actually go ahead and drop a bomb next to this BMOS and actually go ahead and make your way over here. There you go. As you go ahead and now quickly make your way towards the next room. Yeah, as you could tell, like that's pretty hard to go ahead and pull off. But what happens is that, guys, because like it's actually a blue switch which you have to go ahead and keep pressing, and you will actually need the armors to go ahead and do that. So it's a pretty cool trick which you can go ahead and pull off. Now guys, in this room is actually another iron knuckle, but it's going to be like ton times more easier because we have the bigger on sword, and guys, because it has like more range and stuff. So let's actually go ahead and try to strike it another time. Okay, we're actually getting a lot of damage thanks to this iron knuckle, but let's actually go ahead and try to, as you can tell, this face is already dead. There you go, and just one hit and that pretty much killed it. So as you can tell, guys, this is a very simple battle, especially with the Bigoron sword. And there you go, you pretty much just finished the battle very easily. And now guys, we can actually go ahead and make our way towards the outside area of this temple, not because we are actually done with the temple, because we need the boss still, right guys, but because there'll actually be a huge chest which will contain a pretty cool shield which we can go ahead and replace with our Hylian, which we can go ahead and, or like, wait a second, like this shield can go ahead and replace the Hylian Shield. Yeah, so this is pretty much a mirror shield which can go ahead and help to reflect like light and stuff, which is an incredibly powerful shield. And actually speaking, you can switch to the Hylian Shield if you want to, and as you can tell, guys, even over here there's the Pakistani flags symbol, so that's something pretty controversial if you would ask me, because it's something which, if I was a Hindu, I would not really go and appreciate that. Or like if, well, like I am a Hindu, I mean like if I am Muslim, but what I'm trying to go ahead and say is that if they put like some Hindu symbols there, it would pretty much offend me, mainly because like these things are mainly related to the thieves of the game, which are actually the Gerudos. So I don't know why they would go ahead and do that, but it is very controversial. So there you go. So we are not really like quite near to going ahead and completing this temple, but if we do this fast, we will be able to complete this pretty fast. So okay, fine. The BMOS has not returned. Let's actually go ahead and make our way towards the opposite side now and see what is present in this room. And I would actually suggest you guys to go ahead and just kill off these BMOS, mainly because they're very annoying and they can go ahead and kill your life. Well, not only kill your life, but they can go ahead and irritate you like a lot. Oh wow, that's a pretty bad explosion. Let's actually go ahead and get ourselves this bomb. And I don't know why they even made these weird moving platforms. I guess they intended you to go ahead and do that, but there's a huge shortcut and a much easier shortcut which you can go ahead and take. You go ahead and make your way a little more forward, if you can do that, and make your way towards this area. You'll be able to hook your way all the way to the top, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so here we are in this room, which is a pretty interesting room. So here is actually another Triforce symbol, so we can actually go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby, and that'll pretty much be it. So we are in the final stretch of this temple, so that's pretty good. Now guys, in this room, this is a very important room, mainly because there are a lot of these slugs, these fire slugs, which we saw back in the fire temple. Go ahead and try to go ahead and kill off this one. There you go. Now guys, so here is another one of these fire slugs. Let's actually go ahead and try to kill this one as well. There you go. We can go ahead and get ourselves our next magic. Okay, that's pretty creepy. I can go ahead and see that fire slug. I thought it was like a heart for some reason, and if I actually went ahead and collected that, holy crap, that would be pretty bad. But let's actually go ahead and drop a bomb in front of this room, because all of these are actually fake doors. So these, like, I know it might seem very, very confusing, but these don't actually lead to any place. Let me actually go ahead and just blast all of these doors, because I'm not very sure if they go ahead and contain much, actually, to be honest. Go ahead and try to do that one more time with all these doors. Go ahead and try to drop a bomb here, drop a bomb here, and we're about to go ahead and lose almost all of our bombs now because of this. There's nothing, and absolutely nothing. Now guys, so I don't remember what happens in this room for some reason, but you go ahead and try to hit the switch and see what happens. Wait, does that go ahead and... Wait, what does this room go ahead and do? Oh yeah, indeed, that goes ahead and... Wait, what? What does it go ahead and do? Okay, I think that goes ahead, that goes ahead and causes an extra block to go ahead and appear. But let's actually go ahead and hook our way over here and make our way on top of this switch to go ahead and extinguish this fire which is surrounding the boss key. So let's actually go ahead and jump across here and open up this chest to get ourselves the most important boss key. Sorry guys, like my voice is just totally gone, and yeah, I can't speak, but this episode will probably reach like 1 hour or even more than that, so apologies guys, this is not like my intention. But okay, now here is where we need to be. There's no door over there. For some reason I thought there was a door, guys, but this is a pretty cool room. There you go. Go ahead and escape from these spots. Let's go ahead and there you go. And you can't really do much with this room as of now, but let's just actually go ahead and, actually speaking, we need to do something with this room, don't we? I'm pretty sure we will hit the switch, right? Ah, there you go. Perfect. So guys, now we can go ahead and make our way towards this room, which is a pretty long room, because there are like these Lizalfos. You see these 2 hits though? And there are also some bubbles, which could be pretty annoying. Go ahead and kill even this one as well. These things are just going like ham on their like enjoyment time right now. There you go. We went ahead and kill even that one, and we can make our way. Wait, what? Oh, okay, wait. Let me go ahead and actually. What? Okay, this is pretty confusing right now. So I'm pretty sure we have to shine light on one of these walls. I'm pretty sure. Don't remember where I need to actually go ahead and make my way towards now, because I haven't played this game in a long time. Okay, there's where we have to actually go ahead and place the bomb, I'm pretty sure. There you go. So it's like a weird bulge, so that's what that goes ahead and alerts you that you're pretty much where you need to go ahead and be. So let's actually go ahead and break open this and allow the light to pass through this and go ahead and actually kill this Lizalfos quickly. And guys, now you will actually have to go ahead and, oh god, push this light towards this mirror which is in the other room previously. Wait, what? Okay, there you go. So are we pretty much done with this? Okay, there you go. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and make our way back to the room in which we previously were. And this episode is already extended to like 15 minutes, so I really don't expect this to go ahead and become pretty much more shorter. So let's actually go ahead and make our way over here. There are a lot of these magical pots which will go ahead and use some magic refills and stuff. There's also, oh god, we are actually pretty low on health because of this, but okay, let's actually go ahead and shine light upon this one. There you go, we have gone ahead and shine light, or we have gone ahead and shown light on top of that, and we actually make our way down to where this statue was. So here guys, essentially you just keep hitting light on its nose. So once you go ahead and do that, it will slowly start going ahead and crumbling. And once you go ahead and do that, there you go. This is pretty slow now. Go ahead and make our way quickly. Come on. This is pretty slow. I'm pretty sure this is like a faster way to go ahead and do this, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go ahead and break pretty soon now. Anytime now. So there you go, guys. We have gone ahead and crumbled up the face of the statue, which looks pretty creepy. Oh god, not a bomb. I for some reason thought I had my hook shot there, but that's now, guys. We have to actually go ahead and target onto this one webbed area. We'll go ahead and make our way towards the boss room, but actually, guys, we have a small battle to go ahead and do before we actually go ahead and take on the boss itself. So here is, here are the two witches and an iron knuckle. Yeah, so their names are Kume and I presume it's like Kotake or something. I don't even know how to go and say their names. It's pretty weird. Yeah, so indeed, he'll go and teach us a lesson. Okay. Now, so this iron knuckle is pretty much Naburu, who they went ahead and hypnotized. So I don't feel like going ahead and attacking her because she was such a nice person to us, or I think she will. Oh, she doesn't have a weapon. There you go. And we go ahead and battle pretty reminiscent iron knuckles. So let's actually go ahead and try to go and hit. And for some reason, even like because these are like ladies, they actually go ahead and make a pretty masculine sound, which is pretty. Okay, there you go. So we're pretty much done with that, and as you can tell, it's Naburu. And I feel so bad for her because, like, she's so nice towards us later on. Like after she goes and becomes a sage, and overall, like, she has a really, really good heart, but she just doesn't go ahead and become so nice when she goes ahead and meets us at first. Indeed she does. So they go ahead and make her into like dust. So that's pretty bad, and I don't know where she is now, but I'm just trying to act where she's essentially right now a sage right now. So you have to go and rescue her, guys. So here is where the boss room will actually go ahead and be. So we actually don't need the sword for now. So let's actually go ahead and observe a little bit over here. And there are these weird designs, and these become a lot more cooler in Ocarina of Time 3D as well. So let's actually go ahead and hook our way over here and make our way towards the battlefield and see what goes and happens over here. Oh, indeed you will. Well, at times it actually could be pretty tough, but at other times it's actually pretty simple, so I don't really know. It actually depends upon how accurate you are and how much luck you have mainly. So guys, they go ahead and revolve around us. They actually go ahead and revolve around us, and welcome to the battlefield of the Sorceress Sisters Twin Rover. Now, this battle is pretty weird mainly. Now guys, so one of them will go ahead and shoot that element, and mainly because one of them is weak against the other one. If you go ahead and shoot the element of one of them towards the other one, then you go ahead and hit it onto. Okay, that actually didn't go ahead and work, but never mind. Let's actually go ahead and there you go. We have gone ahead and hit the Ice Sister for once, and that's pretty much how this battle pans out. So As you could tell, this is a pretty linear thing which goes and happens over and over again. Let's actually go ahead and target onto the other sister. Okay, I went a little bit too much to the edge, I presume. Hopefully I didn't become too edgy. If you guys get what I mean. Okay, that made no sense whatsoever. You go ahead and oh god, we're actually losing a lot of hearts now. Which is not what I wanted to go ahead and do, but let's go ahead and try to shoot the ice on top of the other sister. There you go. We actually went ahead and hit her once, but we were about to fall as well, so that's not something which is good, right guys? There you go. Let's actually go ahead and try to hit this sister with the other element. There you go, and we are pretty much done with the first phase, I'm pretty sure. Or not. So go ahead and save here once. So go ahead and try to oh god, that's a little bit bad on my part. I didn't really go ahead and try to go ahead and oh god. Oh god. This is what like slightly becomes hard because where is the other sister? That's so weird. There you go, let's actually go and try to hit this sister this time around. Oh wow, this is so a good raid guys. Okay, let me actually go and try to do this fast now. If I can, that is. We're trying to hit the system. There you go, and I'm pretty sure we are done with the first phase now. There you go, and once they go and revolve, they'll get quote-unquote serious, and this is when there's the weird stuff. So double dynamite attack, and they become a young lady who shocks Link because she goes and winks at Link. And guys, this is a pretty cool phase of the battle, and this is a little bit more easier in my opinion. So she'll go ahead and just shoot like one element at you, and if it's fire, the next time go ahead and escape as quickly as you can. But if it's ice, just go ahead and keep doing it. As you can tell, it's pretty cool, but you have to get the same element thrice, and you have to go ahead and hit it back to herself. So there you go. We can go ahead and get. There you go. We can actually go ahead and jump our way over here. We can actually go ahead and make our way. There you go. Just a few stab attacks, and that'll do the job. Let's actually go ahead and make our way back over here and see what she goes and does. So the time around it's fire. Oh god, not to go ahead and die. Oh, we have a sword on, that's why. There you go. I'm pretty sure I'm about to go ahead and die because I didn't go ahead and take off the sword. Actually speaking, I would like to go ahead and use my master sword in this battle, mainly because you go ahead and okay, this is getting a little creepy now because I'm starting to be a little bit scared, because if we go ahead and fail this battle, it's going to be pretty tough, guys. But if we don't, I've actually got ahead and saved once, so it's not something I have to be worried about, do I? Oh, like is it? Rather. Oh god. This is pretty much where it becomes a little bit tough. There you go, so let me go ahead and try to. Okay guys, let me go ahead and just reset the save states. There's something weird which happened there. Actually, I'm actually about to go ahead and switch out to my master sword, mainly because I know it'll do less damage, but we can actually go ahead and use a shield even in that case. So let's actually go ahead and try to do that, and see how much easier this battle will go ahead and get. So this is the second time she goes and does this, and each time it becomes faster. This is like a car warning right now. There you go, and actually go ahead and do that. Actually go ahead and make our way over here and actually go ahead and oh god. Okay, we got ourselves like no attacks whatsoever, like about like one attack, I'm pretty sure. There you go, so actually like right now we can actually go ahead and do some pretty cool stuff, because we can go ahead and use both our sword and our shield. There you go, one more attack. There you go. And now for the third time, let's actually go ahead and try one more time. There you go. Let's actually go ahead and make our way back over there. Let's actually go ahead and make our way over here. And go try to do some stab attacks. There you go. We actually got ourselves a lot of hits this time around, and I don't know if you even realized, guys, but we were actually hitting in a particular spot. Again, it's pretty weird. But this time around it's once again ice, and this time it's a lot more easier because like the last time before the save state was reloaded, it's actually a lot more tougher than this time. Let's actually go ahead and try to do it one more time. Let's go and actually make our way over here. Go ahead and try to do our stab attacks. Okay, this doesn't end the battle still, really. It's a pretty long battle, not able to go ahead and lie. So go ahead and try to use the fire tactic this time around. As you could tell, it's pretty good. Oh, there you go. Oh, shit. This is very, like, you need to be a little careful because she'll go ahead and switch up her elements. There you go. Let me go ahead and try to block it. There you go. I'm pretty sure like one more round of stab attacks will do the job. Let's go ahead and try to block even this attack. There you go. Go ahead and make our way over here. Go ahead and try to stab attack her. There you go, guys, and we finished the final boss in this game. Well, it's not really like the final boss of the entire game. It's the final boss of the final temple in the entire game. So as you could tell, it was pretty simple rather than the fact that we actually used our Bigoron sword sometimes, which actually made it a little more tough. Yeah, so they have something above their heads. It's halos, you stupid grandmothers. Oh my god. Their fighting is one of like, the most like weirdest and funniest thing in like, the entire game. So guys, we got ourselves our final boss completed. So I'm pretty sure we have like 98 now. There you go, perfect indeed. And we got ourselves all the Skulltulas in this temple. And exactly in the opposite side is the final heart container in this entire game, guys. How fast did we go ahead and complete this? Really, like it is so fast. And we have all 20 heart containers. So pretty good on that. Not able to go and die, but let's actually go ahead and jump into the portal and see what awaits us on the opposite side. And as you could tell, the sage is indeed Naburu, and it's pretty obvious at this point, but kid, let me thank you. Hey, look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordsman. The way she moves is freaking so irritating. I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be a sage? Well, indeed, it's not really that amusing because you were the leader of a group, so leaders are meant to be ultimately leaders, right? There's actually the 6 sages actually go ahead and actually really remind me of the curators on Zelda Amino, because all of them are like really amazing people, and they all work together to go ahead and make the Amino an amazing place. So props to them. If any person from the curator team is actually going ahead and watching this, you guys are actually going ahead and doing an amazing job. So let's actually go ahead and get ourselves our final medallion among the 6 medallions. So there you go, guys. Naburu awakens as a sage and adds her powers to yours. There you go. And here's where something weird happens. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then. Like, and she doesn't even tell what she even means by that. But it's definitely not something which is supposed to be in the game. And here we are in a pretty close-up scene with Rauru. Yeah, guys, so spoilers, it's gonna be Sheik, he was actually able to go and meet us at the Temple of Time. Now, guys, I would actually suggest you guys to not actually make your way towards the Temple of Time as of now, mainly because we have a few more things left to go and do. So, though the episode has gone ahead and actually exceeded 1 hour, I will actually go ahead and get the last Skulltula and then get the final Skulltula after that. Well, actually the second last Skulltula in this episode, and then the last Skulltula in the next episode. So let me actually go ahead and make my way towards where... Ah, really? Okay. So I'll actually go ahead and make my way towards the entrance of the Gerudo's fortress. So I'll go ahead and see you guys in just a sec. Okay, so here we are back in the valley. For some reason I can just never say the word Gerudo. Like, it's just so tough for me to go and say. It's like a very very weird name for me because of my speech speech impediment. So as you can tell, the thing is repaired now. The weird bridge is repaired now. I'm really sorry, guys. My voice is just totally dead right now, and all its depth is everything is like just totally gone right now because like I can't speak for too long, but because I just like enjoy recording so much, that's because like that's pretty much why I actually went ahead and recorded such a long episode. But so pretty much everything is okay with all the areas of the game. Now, guys, we can actually go ahead and make our way. Actually speaking, it may become night time when we actually go ahead and make our way over there, so I wouldn't like, or like it may make us spawn back to where we were when we actually make it to night time. So let me actually go ahead and play the sun song and see if it actually becomes, or if it actually goes and spawns us to where we previously were. Oh really, please, come on. And even Apollo's gone right now. Absolutely amazing, right, guys? But anyway, guys, in all seriousness, we are pretty much almost done with all of the Skulltulas in the game, and we've got ourselves all the heart pieces, which is amazing. And we're pretty much about to 100% this game because we got ourselves all the items, right? About 2 more items left, which we will get ourselves in the next episode. Or about 1 item which we will get ourselves in the next episode, and then we've got ourselves the Silver Gauntlets. All of this is complete, and my gosh, we're doing actually very very well. And this whole LP is like completed like very very soon, right, guys? Because actually my like MMLP got over in like a year. I can't go and speak, but whereas this LP actually completed in a very short time, like a month or so, I'm pretty sure. A month or even less than a month. I'm not very sure about that, but let's actually go ahead and make our way over here, where there'll actually go ahead and be a Skulltula, which will appear. Let's actually go ahead and kill it. Let's actually go ahead and strike it with a hook shot because we can't go ahead and attack it in any other way. And once we go ahead and get ourselves the token, we'll actually have to go ahead and jump towards it. Well, actually, normally you would actually go ahead and jump towards the token all the way up over there. There you go, that way. And you would actually have to go ahead and collect it. But this time around, it was not that way, which is pretty good. So, guys, I'm pretty sure that's going to be it for this episode because this episode was really long and we completed a lot of stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to go ahead and punch that like button because it really does help. And also be sure to go ahead and also subscribe if you already haven't, and be sure to also click that bell notification icon because it really does help, and it'll alert you every time I go ahead and upload a video. So, guys. And also go ahead and share the video with a friend because it really, wow, I can't go and speak at all now because it really does go ahead and help. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Be sure to go ahead and have a great day. Take care and peace out. See you.